Yo guys, welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about the most OP attachment, at least in my opinion, in COD history. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. So for this, we're going to have to go back to 2012, the same year that everyone thought the world would end. Not me though. I was still pretty young back then and pretty dumb. Some would still say I still am. That aside, something else that happened this year was the release of BO2. Now we're getting somewhere. So, like every COD game, there is a few weapons that aren't the most balanced, to say the least. BO2 is definitely one of them. For example, there was the PDW-57, the XPR-50, the DSR-50, and the AN-94. One of these that I didn't mention was the FAL-OSW. The FAL has always been a bit of a hit-or-miss weapon, all said and done. In my opinion anyway, it's pretty good in some games, but in some games it's just really not that good at all. Really just depends on whatever game it is. But anyway, the BO2 FAL was just, I would say it was okay. Pretty good actually, if you know how to use it. But with a specific attachment, this average status would be turned into not more than a bit of an understatement, to say the least. So there was multiple attachments in BO2 available to be used, and one of these was the select fire attachment for ARs and SMGs. This converted burst weapons into fully auto to burst, and the most relevant here, semi-auto to fully auto. Now, usually these types of attachments, well, they're not really even attachments anymore in modern COD games, are usually balanced by the fact that it either A, caps the fire rate, or B, lowers the damage. Sometimes it's both. However, in this case, they didn't think to apply it to the FAL. So, it had all the benefits of a semi-auto, being low recoil, at least low-ish recoil, high damage, and it had the benefits of being fully auto with the fire rate. I hope you can see where the issue is here. Yeah, needless to say, this dominated. And people worked this out pretty quickly. Within a week from release, roughly. I couldn't find an exact time frame for when people worked this out, because a lot of that is, lost info to nowadays. Especially because, as I said, I was pretty young at the time and wasn't really in the community or whatever. But yeah. Now, to Treyarch's credit, they did actually try to nerf it. And tried to pretty early. Please bear in mind that updates back then were a lot harder to push out, so generally they weren't as common. But anyway, they kept missing the point where it would try to lower its damage at long range, which, if I'm being honest, was probably the least of the gun's problems, because if you were using a fully auto weapon at long range, I feel like that's a bit questionable personally, but whatever. So, Treyarch slowly tinkered with the FAL-OSW and other weapons like the PDW and the SR-50, the latter of which led to death threats, and for Von der Hart to actually hire security for him and his daughter. Yes, the COD community was seriously that unhinged. So, this led to nerf after nerf after nerf after nerf after nerf, you get the point. Concluding in the final version we see today, which has a fire rate with the select fire attachment lower than its semi-auto RPM, basically no range and about as much damage. Whilst the weapon itself is mostly the same, like naked, I guess that would be the word for it, but it was destroyed with select fire. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought about this video, and yeah, bye.